Guys, we've got some major stuff happening in the sneaker game right now. I'm talking Fear of God and Adidas finally have something to show the world. We got some Travis news, and there's some weird stuff going on with Yeezy and Adidas. We're gonna get into all of it, but of course we gotta talk about the stacked week that just happened, because we had some of the biggest sneaker drops, and let's kick it off with probably the biggest, the Nike SB Jordan 4 Pine Green. Skate shops did their release on the 17th, and then there was the major Nike sneakers release. Let me know how it went. A lot of people were after this pair of shoes. Something that actually went down yesterday was the Cortez Nike Air Max 95 Pink Beam, or the Pink Ting. So these actually dropped through Sneaker Stash on the Nike Sneakers app, and it was all in London. Let me know if you were a part of it. Let me know if you managed to get this pair, because it's definitely hyped up. And that brings us to today's release. Of course, today is Nike Air Max Day, which is the return of the Air Max 1 Big Bubble. Let me know if you managed to get a pair of these things. The history behind it is actually pretty incredible. With the release recap out of the way, let's jump into the upcoming news, because we got a lot to get into, guys. And let's kick it off with some Travis news. Check this one out. We've got the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low OG Olive official images, which just dropped. The original release date for this pair of shoes was actually, I believe, March the 25th. By the way, these are now lined up to drop on April the 26th. So we have all of the official images of the woman sizing, the preschool, the toddler sizing. This is the final Jordan 1 collaboration from Travis Scott, and it's gonna cap off an insane collection of sneakers that Travis Scott did with Jordan Brand. Right, sticking with Jordan 1 Lows, a very, very interesting pair that kind of dropped, although it was way more exclusive than I would have liked it to be, and that is this pair right here. This is the Jordan 1 Low SE Tokyo Vintage. And I believe the release of these things had something to do with the new store that Jordan Brand just opened up in Tokyo, and I believe that this pair was there, at least from all of the images that I've seen online. So I'm not entirely sure if they're going to release these things globally, or if they were just exclusive in that region. If you guys have any information, let me know down in the comment section. Either way, they did have that limited release on March the 25th, so let's cross our fingers and hope that there's going to be a wider release, and just let me know what you think of these things down in the comments. Alright, we've got a new pair of dunks, which looks very similar to a lot of the other dunks that we've seen. This is the Nike Dunk Low Polar Blue. It's definitely going to be popular. Dunks are still just going crazy, which is pretty insane. These are the, what I believe at least looks like official images of some kind. I imagine Nike drops these sometime in the spring or summer. The release date over here on House of Heat just says at some point 2023. Alright, a pair of sneakers that I have actually been highly anticipated getting better looks of, because we've only seen a very blurry image. This is the Air Jordan 3 Palomino, and this is following kind of like a color trend that Jordan Brand and Nike is using, like the Jordan 1 Palomino, where they've got a pair of dunks which are also called Palomino, and this is the 3s, which honestly it almost looks like it's coffee dye. Elephant print is all dark brown as well, which really contrasts quite nicely. You've got some more brown on the tongue there as well. Now, along with these updated on-foot images, we also have a release date which is August the 19th. It works, at least in my opinion. I think these are pretty cool. Would be very interested to hear your guys' thoughts, so please do let me know down in the comments. Speaking of the Palomino colorway that Jordan Brand is using, of course we got to take a better look at those Jordan 1s. So here they are. We've also got some updated on-foot looks, and this is definitely better than some of the early images that we've seen. So as you can see, this brown, I think in a lot of those early images, was looking a lot more dark. Funnily enough, people are calling these things the like Mocha 2.0s, and I think that's relatively accurate, because all of this brown does look pretty similar. Like, it's hard to tell from the images. I don't know if that's necessarily the same suede that you find on the Mocha pairs, but it's a very similar color. We do also have a release date for these things, September the 16th. So again, kind of lining up for the fall time. Bam, a pair of sneakers that I feel like most of us just kind of forgot about at this point. Like, we've heard rumored release dates for the longest time. This, of course, is the Off-White Futura Nike Dunk Low. And apparently, Sotheby's is auctioning off 8 pairs of this sneaker. So it pretty much answers the question, like, we're probably never going to get a retail release of these colorways. So if they're auctioning off just 8 pairs, I wonder how many are actually in existence, if this pair of shoes actually ever went into production or was intended for a retail release to begin with. Like, I remember, like, back in maybe it was like 2020 or something, these were supposed to drop, or at least rumored to drop, but they just never did. Next up, we got a piece of news which I think a lot of us could just see on the horizon. We all knew this was coming, so take a look at this right here. Beyonce and Adidas mutually part ways according to reports. So obviously Adidas has the whole Yeezy situation going on right now, where they're potentially going to lose millions, if not billions of dollars from that failing collaboration, and now they've got this Beyonce one, which is just losing them money as well. Beyonce said herself that the communion was a partnership of a lifetime, and the collaboration was touted as the biggest signing since Kanye and Adidas in 2015. Adidas was projected to make $250 million from this collaboration in 2022, however, it fell 50% to about $40 million. The report also cites that in 5 of the last 6 Ivy Park releases, roughly half of the merchandise that was produced went unsold. I imagine like maybe the first collection sold out and then everyone after that just became less and less successful. And as Adidas every single year has kept releasing these Beyonce collaborations and they're losing money, they still gotta pay Beyonce, who's been happily pocketing $20 million every single year, so she still has to be paid the same amount, but Adidas is over here and can't sell it. A pair of dunks which a lot of people have been highly anticipating is this one right here. We finally got some official images of the Nike Dunk Low Chicago split. I gotta say, they're looking pretty decent. As you can see, it's got that split theme here, so you've got the split Nike swoosh. It's all over Chicago color blocking, so the red and the white, and then if you take a look at the underneath, the outsole of this pair, it also has that split outsole. Branding is split, so take a look at the back tab here. They've embroidered half the new Nike logo, which is the bold font, and then half of the retro kind of like cursive Nike logo. Either way, these are official images, so I expect these to drop relatively soon. We don't have an official release date, but yeah, I'm sure these are right around the corner. How does Nike keep pushing out dunks and try to add a little bit of a twist on it? Well, the answer is they try and chuck on some different material, and it seems like the material choice for 2023 is satin. We've got another colorway of a satin Nike Dunk Low. I think this is the second or the third pair that I've seen. This is the Michigan State colorway. I think we know that we're getting quite a few different satin sneakers, whether it's Dunks or Jordans as well. Yeah, these are very high quality images, potentially even official, so we should see a release date at some point very soon. I don't have anything official though. Alright, we got our first looks at an upcoming Nike SB collaboration. This one is a little bit different. This is the Albino and Preto Nike SB Dunk Low, and essentially it's inspired by Jiu-Jitsu. So this is, I think, the only image, at least from House of Heat, that we have, and you can tell the upper is actually pretty detailed. It looks to be all over canvas material with a bunch of embroidery or stitching going over the top. Although we don't really have too much imagery to go off of, this is basically inspired by traditional Jiu-Jitsu apparel. These are supposed to drop at some point here in 2023, no exact release date. With Yeezy out of the picture, Adidas has gone hog wild with some of the inspirations that they're using for their sneakers. So take a look at this here. This is the Adidas Adi Foam Q, which has basically had a very controversial existence for looking like the Yeezy Foam Runner, and now with the MX pack, I think it's pretty undeniable that they're using a very similar strategy. There's a bunch of different colorways. This tan one, and I think this one right here was kind of like an olive green colorway. This icy gray one, which is like darker and lighter grays, and I think that's it. So yeah, 3 different colorways. The release date is saying April 1st over here if anybody's interested. From the people that brought you some of the most controversial sneakers, like the Satan shoes and the wavy babies, the Vans, and of course the big red boots, well, we've got another heads turner. This right here is the Mischief BWD, which is a pair of shoes that you can wear both ways. Absolutely genius idea. Essentially, you can wear it like a normal shoe and have your toes sticking out of the front, or you could just wear it the other way and put your feet in this way, and it's kind of working like a mule. You still have your toes sticking out through the sock liner. I know this is absolutely insane, and I think 99% of people are not going to wear these things, but as like a concept, as like a funny joke thing, as like a interesting art experiment, hell yeah. The actual release date for these is apparently April the 11th if you wanted to be a first beta tester of this pair of shoes. We got some official images of the upcoming Ambush Panda Dunks. So these are not the Ambush Panda Dunks, but I say ambush because of that Nike swoosh, which literally looks exactly like the one telltale sign that Ambush uses for all of their collaborations. This is the Nike Dunk Low Twist, and overall this is just a very weird looking pair of dunks. I'm not entirely sure what they're gonna look like in hand or on foot, but they're definitely different. Although we don't have a release date, we do have another colorway that is gonna be, I guess, dropping at the same time or a similar time. This one right here is a light blue one, the Jade Ice color. They're just spinning off different versions of the Nike Dunk Low to try and keep the hype alive, but yeah, I don't think these are gonna be incredibly popular. A quick little update on the Jordan Jordan 3 Lucky Green, which is right around the corner. These have actually loaded up on Nike sneakers, at least here in the EU and the UK. So these are the official images of them. They're going to be dropping April the 6th, I believe, for you guys out in the US as well. I don't know. Let me know if they've loaded up on your Nike sneakers app. Yeah, just wanted to remind you guys of that release date and also mention that these are only coming in a woman's size run. So just keep that in mind if you do want to grab this pair. Right, last week we took a look at the very early images of the April Skateboards Nike Dunk Low SB collaboration. Well, now we've got some better ones. The upper is looking very turbo green. You can see that faded suede on the upper. You've got this metallic Nike swoosh, and you've got this very interesting material for the exterior, which just kind of looks like some sort of meshing. Overall, it's a solid colorway. In terms of release date, we're not entirely sure. Again, it's going to drop at some point this year, but a specific month, we don't know. All right, let's get into one of the bigger stories for this week that has been circulating online, and I thought it was pretty hilarious when I first came across it. We've been waiting for ages for Fear of God and Adidas to actually release anything. Well, just the other day, the first images of two different silhouettes actually popped up online. You want to see the first one? Take a look at this right here. That's right. It's a solid white pair of slides. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, what the hell is going on with this collaboration? What is this? What did we just wait like 2 years for a solid white pair of Adidas slides? Well, this is actually just a sample, and they're speculating that it could drop in 2024. But then we got the first sneaker. So what a lot of people were pointing out is that this just looks like a pair of Yeezys. Like I assume they're talking about the Quantums, and I could definitely see that with like the two-tone effect. This is obviously a basketball shoe. You've got the 3 stripes on the upper. I'm not entirely sure what this material is here, but all over, it's a pretty simple pair of basketball shoes. Now, as people were roasting this pair of shoes in the comment section, we actually got some more information on this collaboration, and it's actually pretty revealing. Jerry Lorenzo piped up and said that this is a sample and it's not releasing. He also gave some more information. He said Fear of God and Adidas performance sneakers and ready-to-wear collections will be officially unveiled on April 19th during the Hollywood Bowl showing of Fear of God's 8th collection. I imagine something similar to this is releasing. Like if this is a sample, maybe some kind of version of this sneaker is actually going to drop. And what you've seen so far, let me know down in the comment section. Does this get you more excited about the collaboration, or are you a little bit disappointed? Right, we got a little bit of Yeezy news, and this is something that I thought was pretty interesting because last week we spoke about this pair. This is the mysterious white and gum Yeezy 500, which we saw circling online, and we were kind of speculating like where this came from. It just kind of randomly popped up. It also had the infinity loop lacing system, so that kind of indicated that this was a newer pair and not just some old sample from back in the day. So I'm over here on Reddit r/Yeezys, and we've got some more detailed images and some more information on this pair of sneakers. So what I found really interesting and a little bit like confusing is the fact that if you take a look at the tongue tag, you can see that the production date is February 2023. That's last month, guys. Adidas is still producing these shoes, even though they're coming out publicly and saying, yo, we're losing a bunch of money, we can't give them away, we can't sell them, we can't do this and this and this, but they're still producing them. What is going on? Like literally the original statement that Adidas made when they cut ties with Kanye West back in October last year was, we have halted all production of Yeezy. I'm not entirely sure. All of this just keeps getting more and more confusing when it comes to Adidas and Yeezy. Maybe that's an indication that Adidas does intend to release these Yeezys. They're just carrying on with production. Although I will say that these do still have the Yeezy branding all over it. So yeah, if they do decide to release this pair of shoes, they are going to have to pay Kanye West royalties in order to do that. Either way, just wanted to mention that because I did think it was very interesting. Adidas is still producing Yeezys, and this is potentially something that we could see in the very near future. Right, a very quick release reminder for this pair of sneakers right here. I know we keep talking about this one because it just keeps getting pushed back with something. This is the Off-White Air Force 1 Mid in the pine green colorway. Apparently, the release date for these is March the 30th. We keep on talking about this pair of shoes because they keep getting pushed back. So hopefully this is the final release date and they actually do drop on March the 30th. Right, last week we spoke about Sacai and Nike's next installation, their next sneaker, and we finally got not just a new colorway, but we got better looks at what this silhouette looks like. why. Well, Sacai is now going to be mashing the LD waffle and the Vapor waffle together. So it's going to be the LD Vapor waffle. So it's like DNA of like 4 different sneakers at least. We took a look at the all over white colorway. It's kind of like this woven effect. As you can see, the eye stay area is very straight like the LD waffles, but obviously this has the Vapor waffle midsole. This is our best looks yet at how wild this pair of shoes is. I never imagined that Sacai would mash together their LD waffle and their Vapor waffle. I love both of those shoes, so maybe I'll love this pair of shoes. We'll have to wait and see. Apparently this sneaker is going to be dropping this summertime 2023. No exact release date, but they're coming relatively soon. All right, final story for today, and this one's pretty wild. So take a look at the headline here. Foot Locker to close nearly 400 mall stores by 2026. From what this article is saying, it doesn't seem like Foot Locker is closing these stores because they're going under or anything crazy like that. In fact, Foot Locker reported strong results in its Q4 2022 earnings report. I think it's just more so to the fact that, I mean, most things are kind of moving online. A lot of the stores that are shutting down are actually located in shopping malls. Retail chain says that it plans to transform its real estate footprint by opening stores with new operating formats. So maybe they're closing some of these old ones down and then opening a few other different style sneaker stores. Either way, Foot Locker being like literally one of the biggest retailers is definitely pretty crazy when they plan to shut down 400 stores. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Yeah, that is the final story for today. Now, if you want to check out the Air Max 1 Big Bubble and the Nike SB Dunk Low Fly Streetwear, I take a look at both of them in that video right there.